Welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time, please subscribe, take a seat at the back and sit down because you are about to be served. In today's tutorial, we are going to be designing this party flyer you're seeing right now on your screen. It's an extraction from the previous flyer that I designed, right? And like I told you guys, we are going to be designing a series of party flyers, right? So this is like the second one of the series. So you guys should check the previous one. So without further delay, let us get started by opening our Corel Draw, right? So this is our Corel Draw interface that we'll be using for this tutorial, right? So the size is in A4, but what the flyer we're going to be designing is 6 by 7, the social media flyer 6 by 7, right? And then the next thing we are going to do right now, I already have the logo of the brand, and then this warning, whatever, I have it here that we'll be using on the design as well. This one is for a karaoke night, right? So the next thing is to draw a box into this, and then if I was using a version of Corel Draw that is lower than 2021, I will only have to double click here and the box will automatically fit into the work frame, right? But because of this version of Corel Draw that I'm using, I will have to size the box 6 by 7, right? And then press P on my computer keyboard to centralize it, and then right click here to remove the outline, right? So the next thing we are going to do right now is we are going to be importing the materials I'll be needing, right? This is the information that we need: karaoke night with dummy V, and then the date and every other thing, right? So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to come here, right click, and then import. When we import, we go to where we saved the files, karaoke night. Then we now begin to import. We're going to import all of these that you're seeing right here, and then we import and then import them like this, import them like this, like this, like this, right? So now that we have all of them here, I think there is one that is not here. We practically don't need this, I guess. Okay, I think so. Let's just leave it. I think there's another one that is not here that we need to import. I think it's this guy. I guess. Yes. This is the first background we are going to bring in. But first of all, I think what we need from this guy is we're going to pick our eyedropper tool and then come here and pick this color, right, and then put it inside like this. I think that's the only thing we need from this guy. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this guy, right, and then we are going to then take our shape tool and then drag this guy like this and then bring it inside this way. We're going to bring it like this, right, and then we are going to rotate it this way. Let's rotate it like this. I think that's 270, I guess. 270. We are going to rotate it like that, and then we are going to increase it. Let's increase it a little, and we increase it. We are now going to take our transparency tool and then blend it like this. We'll blend it like this, right? We'll blend it like this, and then we'll right click on it and then power click it here, right? So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to duplicate this again, and then we are going to then bring this guy in like this, and then we are going to increase it this way and then bring it here. Let's reduce it a little. And then we are going to come to effects, come to blur, and then come to Gaussian blur, and then we are going to blur it this way. Let's reduce it a little, right. Let's say, let's say we are going to leave it like this, right? Okay, right. So we are going to right click on it. Before we power click it, let's pick our transparency tool and then blend it like this. Let's blend it like this. We're going to blend it like this, and then I think that's too much, right? And then we raise it up a little. Let's raise it a little, and then we right click on it and then come to power click and power click it inside. So we need to adjust it. Let's adjust it this way. Let's increase it as well. So we are going to increase it like that, right? Let's do it a little more and then shift it a little, right? And then we are going to now bring this guy. We're going to now bring this guy here, right? So what we are going to do here, we are going to take our transparency tool and then blend this up, right? When we blend it, right, we are going to bitmap it and then blend this side too, right? We are going to blend it like this, blend it this way. Let's take it down a little more. Let's take it more, right? And then we right click on it and then power click it inside as well. You see how we have used one background in different ways to create a very nice and well blended background that we can use for this flyer. So the next thing we are going to do right now is we are going to bring this guy in like this, right? We're going to bring this guy in like this and take it up, right? And then we're going to increase it this way, right? We're going to, let's increase it some more, right? Right, you see what we have right now. And then we are going to take our transparency tool and then we are going to blend it this way, blend it this way, blend it like this, right? We blend it like this, and then we come here and then we use, let's see, add. Yeah, add makes sense. No, let's use screen. Okay, I think screen is not bad. And then we now raise this up a little, right? And then we right click on it and then we put it inside like this, right? So let's raise it up a little and then we are going to increase it. Let's see how that works. Right, now that we have this, I think we need to bring this guy down. We just have to play with the background, by the way. Right, so now that we have that, I'll then adjust this guy, this microphone a little. I'll adjust it a little to this side, right? So these two pictures, I'm going to delete them. I'm going to delete them and then import it again. I want them to be on themselves. Like, I will select the two of them like this, import, and on the same spot, I will just double click, right? And the two pictures will be on top of each other. See, you see this guy, right? It's directly on this guy. So what I will do, I will select the two of them and then reduce them, right? When I reduce them, I will now bring it down here. I will now bring it down here and then increase it like this, right? When I increase it this way, the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to first of all take a duplicate of this and put it somewhere here, right? And then I will take my transparency tool and then apply this way, right? I will apply this way, right? Bitmap it, and then I will apply this way too. Apply this way too. I will apply this way too. I want that effect of that color to be on the face while the gray is also appearing, right? So the one down, I will take it again. The one down, I will apply the effects like this too on it, right? You see what I have right now? You see what I have? I'm having the original color of the picture and I'm having this gray effect on it, right? So that's what I wanted to achieve, right? So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring this one. I'm going to bring it in. Let me make sure it's at the top of it, right? It's properly centralized. I'll make sure it's centralized, right? Then I'll bitmap it first of all. I'll bitmap it, right? When I bitmap it, I will now press Ctrl B on my keyboard, right? And make sure it is dark. I will take it down like this and make sure it is dark, right? And make sure it is dark, right? When it's dark like that, I will then come to OK and then come to bitmap again, come to mode, come to black and white, right? And then make sure I increase it to the end and press OK, right? Then I will come to quick trace and then wait for it to finish tracing. When it finished tracing, I will now, you see what I have right now. I will delete this one. I will delete this guy here, right? You see this one that I have right here. This one that I have, I will now take my eyedropper tool and then come here and then get a color, maybe like this color. Pick this color and I pick it and now pour it on it, right? When I pour it on it, I will now come to my transparency tool and then apply it this way. When I apply it this way, I will now come here and then come to add. Let's try add, right? You see what I have right now. Then I will cut it. Control X on my keyboard to cut it. Then I will select these two pictures. These guys. You see these guys? I will select them, the two of them, right? I will select the two of them. You can highlight the two of them like this, right? And then bitmap it, right? When you bitmap it, you now press Ctrl B on your keyboard, right? Ctrl B on your keyboard, and then let's increase this one, and then bring this back a little. Let's increase this. Let's adjust it, right? When we adjust it, we now click OK, and then the one that we cut before, we now paste it. You see what we have. So I still want us to, let's press the Ctrl B again, right? Let's press Ctrl B again and bring this guy down a little. I think I'm having what I wanted like this. I think I'm having it. I think I'm having it. So this is it, right? So the next thing I'm going to do right now, guys, is I'm going to bring this guy in like this. I'm going to bring it in. Let me bring it in like this, right? I want that light to be on this straight up, right? Let me bring it up. So what I will do now, I will come to my transparency to apply this way, right? To remove these other ones. I only want this purple light, right? Then I'll bitmap it, right? When I bitmap it, I will now come here again and do the same thing. When I do the same thing, I'll bitmap it again, right? Then I will come here again and apply this way, right? And then bitmap it again, right? So I'll now come to my transparency tool again and then come to like let's say soft light, right? As a soft light. So what I'm going to do now, I'll make sure that this light is coming out from this one, from this this circle, this eclipse too, this eclipse circle. I'll make sure that one also is coming out from inside directly. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like it's coming out from inside and directed to her face, right? So the next thing I'm going to do, because it's light that is coming on her face, that light needs to show very well. So I'm going to go and import a light effect somewhere. Let's see. I think I have it here. I'll just copy this and then bring it down here, right? So when I do that, I will now come to my transparency to apply this way. And I apply this way, I will bitmap it, apply this way, bitmap it, apply this way, bitmap it, and I will do the same thing here, right? And then bitmap it. So I will now bring it like this. I'll reduce it and then bring it somewhere here, right? I'll bring it here and increase it, right? And then take my transparency to again and then come here. Let me use add and see, right? You see what I have right now? Or let me use screen. I think screen is better. Screen is better so that it looks like that light is there. It's like that light is there, right? You feel what I have now? You feel what I have? So I am going to highlight everything, right? I'm going to highlight everything and then group it together, right click on it and then take it inside the box. So I will now go inside the box, right? I will edit the box and then bring this guy, bring it up like this, right? I'm bringing it up like this. Let it be on her hand, right? And then I'll leave it this way, right? You see what I have right now? You see my background? Awesome, awesome. So one thing about having a background is understanding, number one, understanding the light. If there is light on the background, understanding the light on the background. Number two, understanding the concept of the design. Because this is a karaoke design, it's a night stuff. I cannot go and bring a pattern background that does not relate to this, right? Like the previous design that we made before this one. you know this one is karaoke, so it has to speak, it has to or look it, right? That's why we are having this kind of background, this kind of effect and all of that, right? So I hope you guys understand. If you follow me to this page, to this if you follow me to this point, um subscribe, and ask questions if you have any question. And also, I have a Telegram channel that you can join where you can ask questions and I will answer you directly. You also get to download Corel Draw from the Telegram channel. So the link to join the Telegram channel will be in the description. Click there and join the channel, right? So the next thing we are going to do, we are done with the backgrounds like this. The next thing we are going to do right now is to bring in the text, right? First of all, I would like to move this guy here a little bit and let it come here a little bit, right? Let it come here a little bit, right? So like I always do, let me take my box now and then I'll say 0.5 at this time, right? Because of the size of the flyer, 0.5, and I will make sure that whatever I'm doing does not does not go beyond these that I have here and then these that I have here. Right, same thing with this one. I'll make sure all my important information that I want to put here does not go beyond here. Even though it will come down, it shouldn't be too much, right? So this is like a guideline for me, right? So the next thing I'm going to do right now, guys, is I am going to bring in this logo. I'm going to bring in this logo. I'll bring it here, right? I'll bring in this logo here, right? I'm bringing that logo there. And then the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go back here and then copy this karaoke night. I'll copy with dummy V, right? I'll now come here and then paste it like this, right? First of all, I'll Control K to break it apart, Control K to break it apart, and then the same thing I will do to this one. I will break it down, right? And then use or I'll first of all I will change it to uppercase, right? When I change it to uppercase, I will now use a font called or Bally Bold. Bally Bold. I'll put the link to download the font. I'll put it in the description below. I'll use a font called Bally Bold, and then I will increase it this way. When I increase it, I will now Control K on my keyboard. Control K. Then I'll move this up a little. I'll move this guy up a little to make sure it starts from the beginning, and then I will now increase it right. I will increase it like this. You see what I have? Karaoke night, right? And then I will make sure I slanting it a little bit. I'll make sure I slanting it a little. Let me reduce it small, right? I'll make sure I slanting it a little bit, right? And then the next thing I am going to do to this guy is that um I am going to apply or I'm going to duplicate it, Control C, Control V, right, and then give it this color that you're seeing right here, or this one. Okay, right. Let me group this one, and then I am going to right click on it and come to order and then say back one. Right, I'll press Control R on my keyboard to repeat that. Then I will now press down arrow key on my keyboard to move it down, right, and move it to this side. Let me move it down a little and make sure it's showing, right. You see what I have right now. I think I will adjust that color a little. I think so. I will come here and then I will adjust that color a little. Let it come up. Okay, I think that one is not bad. So I'll say okay. See what I have right now, and then I will now click on it and take my shadow effect and then apply shadow like this. Apply shadow like this, right? And then the feather, I will increase the feather like this. When I increase the feather, right, and then I will do the same thing for this guy that you're seeing right here. Right, I'll do the same thing and then increase this like this, and then increase the feather too. So you see what I have right now, and then I will make sure this night. Okay, I will make sure this night goes up a little so that the shadow will be on karaoke. You see what I have right now. Then let me take this guy. Okay, I think that's it. So we are now going to reduce it a little, just a little, right? Just a little, and then move it up. And then we now come here and then bring dummy V here. So let's remove width, and then I think we are going to, let me group this, let me slanten it a little, and then increase it a little, and then move it up a little, right? When we do that, then this one, we're now going to use a font called Melanova for this one. Melanova for this, right? Let's reduce it like this. We're going to reduce it. We're going to reduce it like that. We're going to reduce it like that, and then we're going to bring dummy V, right? We're going to bring dummy V like this, and then rotate dummy V2, and then reduce it. We can use, let's see if we can use this same font or Bally bold. Okay, yes, let's use Bally bold, right? So let's give this guy like yellow. Let's give this kind of yellow, right? With dummy V, or we can leave this one white and then give this one the yellow. I think this is perfect with dummy V, right? With dummy V. Let's increase it a little. Karaoke night with dummy V, right? And then let's delete this guy. Now we're now going to bring this guy, we're going to bring it here. Let's increase it a little. I'm going to bring it here, right? So when we do that, we are now going to, the next thing we are going to put, let's go back to our text, is we are going to put our date and time. We're going to put our date and time, right? So this is what we just put, reading responsibly. This is it here. So we are going to put our date and time now. Let me reduce it. Let's reduce it like this. Let me give it like this, and then, sorry, I'll then delete this. And then I'll break it apart, break this down, break this down. I will also right. So I will use the font called Anton. Then I will change it to uppercase. I like to change to uppercase, right? And then I will reduce the spacing like this. So if you followed me down to this place, please subscribe to this channel and let us grow it together. So I'm going to increase this like this, right? I'm going to Control K on my keyboard, and then I am going to take this up a little and then increase this guy. I'm going to increase this guy. When I increase it, I'll now bring this boy. I'll bring it like this. I hope you guys are understanding me. Oh. Please try and understand. Watch this tutorial. I'm trying to not be too fast, so that you all will understand it very well. So try and make sure you understand. It is very important that you understand this tutorial very well. And then you can ask question if you have any question. So I'm increasing the outline to like let me leave it like 3, and then I'm changing it to white, right? I think 3 is too thick. Let me change it to like 2, right? That 2, let it come this way, and then this guy will come this way, right? Let me move it. And then this guy can come here. 7 p.m. can come here, right? We could just put some other line here to separate the time from the yes, to separate the time from the date, right? So make sure you save. Control S to save, right? I'll just save my own as Karaoke 2, right? So make sure you save your own, right? So that's it. The next thing you're going to copy right now, which is the last thing, is this guy. So we are going to copy the dates, the address, and then bring them down here and then paste it like this, right? So we are going to give it like 8. Let's see, like 8, right? I'm going to give it like 8, and then we'll now let's use like consents for this. If it doesn't work, we change it. Okay, I think consents is fine. Let's give it like white, and then we have all of this. You can just put it here. Address, time. So what the next thing we can do to distinguish this, maybe we would just do like, we'll put this like this, right? And then come here and draw a box like this. And draw a box like this, and then move this guy up a little. Move this guy up a little. I will move it up like that. Then we'll now change the color to like this color, or even this one. And then we come to our shape to come to curve, and then curve it a little. When we curve it a little, we now take our text effect, text to, and then do it like this and increase it, and then adjust it, right? You see what we have right now. So we have copied all the text here, everything, and then this is the final result. This is not your regular karaoke flyer. Search it anywhere. So we are done like this, guys. We are done like this, guys. If you have any question, please say it in the comment section, right? And then subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Stay practicing, because it's practice that makes perfect. Practice more, and then don't forget, ask questions in the comment section, or join the Telegram channel to ask whatever question you want to ask, right? Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.